Hi, it's me, Bobur Khasanboev in the house. So today, I've got something for you that you're really interested in. You know, when I ask the question on my social media platforms, they got really pumped. Okay, so can you just tell about your experiences? Are you working somewhere else, or are you starting your business? What are you really doing? So if you're really doing something great, so please, so tell us about something starting new, startup or business. Okay, so yes, let me give you the benefit of the doubt. So I'm building an HBMEDIA digital agency, okay, digital agency. So that is going to be the only one agency that is going to help the clients by bringing the most value in the marketplace by improving their traffic on the internet, okay? So I'm just doing it. So recently I got papers from the government officials and from the bankers as well. So what I'm really doing is just, I'm gonna give my 2 cents about it. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. So what I'm really doing, I'm starting very small, but I'm gonna finish very big. So this is the certificate. These are documentations of the HBMEDIA of the business of the agency that I'm just running. So what I'm really doing, what kind of steps I'm just working on it, okay? So the number one thing that I'm really gonna tell you is that you got to know something, okay? You got to know something. Like once you're really starting a business, you need 2 things, okay? Whatever is that, new startup, anything. So particularly when you're a student, when you all have no budget like me, but I'm starting from zero, okay? Zero saving, zero money, zero investment from the outsiders. What I'm really doing is like, I'm just answering for 2 questions, okay? And let me give you those 2 questions for you. So if you're starting something, if you're trying to build big, okay? So you got to find an answer for those 2 questions, okay? Okay, first thing that you need to do is just to tell yourself, ask yourself, okay, so what I'm really good at and what I really suck at. So that is gonna determine, that is gonna just create your business, okay? So what are you really good at? If you're trying to start something, you have to ask questions, okay, what I'm really good at and what I'm really suck at. So once you know the 2 things, the core 2 basic things, so you will do anything you want, okay? So you will do anything you want. So you got to find something like what I'm really great at and what I really suck at. So let's say I'm really good at in just communicating, just presenting myself, just debating, whatever, just bringing the customers for the office. So having a negotiating, because I got negotiating skills with the people. And what I'm really suck at, perhaps I really suck at programming. Yeah, I do know. I really suck at programming, or I suck at in just graphic design, or I really suck at just writing codes, whatever is it, okay? So, or I really suck at just operating on the SEOs, okay? So I really suck at those stuff, for example. So once I know what I'm really great at and what I'm really suck at, so I'm just focusing on my greatness, okay? I'm focusing on my greatness. So by focusing on the greatness, I'm gonna hire people for my weaknesses, that they are gonna fill my weaknesses, okay? That is the very, very basic and the core stuff. If you're trying to build a startup or trying to build a community or whatever, the personal brand, so you got to find something, okay? So I found what I'm really great at. I'm just focused on it and just hiring people for those areas, for those specialities, to fill my weaknesses. Let's say I got 0 budget, okay? You might ask a question, okay, I got 0 budget, how am I gonna do it? How am I gonna start it, okay? How am I gonna flip this up? So you got to find the people around you. Perhaps, like, as I told, like, I have no money, I'm starting from zero, from the scratch, from the very bottom line. So what I'm really gonna advise for you is that you got to find people that you're really great at in communication. Perhaps your best friend, perhaps your aunt, perhaps your niece, perhaps your mom and dad even, okay? So they may help you in some certain way before hiring them, okay? So you're not able to hire. If you have no budget, if you are unable to pay, so you got to find your friend, your uncle, as I mentioned, like whatever, whoever person is that. So you got to find it. You have to have a communication. You have to tell them what you're really up to and what are you gonna do within the 5 to 10 years. And if you're really amazed them, and then you can flip the coin. Okay, so then you can make the things work out. So, but I have no money, so I have no budget, I have no idea. Just once you tell something you're stuck, you never grow. Okay, so once you ask the question, how am I gonna do it? How am I gonna create? How am I gonna get people? How am I gonna hire people? How am I gonna just create more value for the people? Okay, so once you ask the question, then you are going to get better and you're going to start your own thing. Okay, so I'm just employing this rule for my business, for building my personal brand, or for building my company's brand. Okay, so that was the first thing. And you might wonder, what's the second thing? Okay, the second thing is just having a right mindset. You got to find your mindset. What are you really interested in? What are you really good at? What you really love at? Okay, so it's not actually the first thing. By the way, it's not the first thing, because 2 years, no, it was not. It was 6 months ago, 6 months or 1 year ago. So I had my best friend, and we were starting an educational center. We gathered, we had a conversation about it. So we found a certain money. So we needed a $3,000, and we needed an investment. We needed an investor. So I followed up for several people, so who are just have their bills right and have their stuff right. Okay, so we had this idea, we started it, and I went for investors. We talked with them, and I failed, and I realized something like, actually, opening the educational center was not my field. It's not the thing that I really wanted. Okay, so. And once I realized, I just gave it up. Okay, I told my friend, okay, dude, so we were in the wrong direction. We were in the wrong boat. So we got to get off the boat before it goes off the midway. It goes on for the center of the ocean. Okay, so we just got off the boat because I knew it was not a good idea, but I had a kind of hustle. Okay, I had a grind in myself. Okay, I got to do something. I got to do something great. I got to start something great. So I got to build something great. I had this hustle. I had this fire inside myself, and I was thinking about it. Okay, so educational center, and just gathering more people, just bringing a value for them, and just creating more vacancies for the people. So we're gonna create more value in the marketplace. We had this all. We had this everything, but once we didn't know, it was the right mindset. We applied the first rule. We knew our strengths and weaknesses, and we applied for that rule. And we also just found people, our friends, to fill those gaps for our weaknesses. And when it comes to the second, we didn't use it. So that was the part we lost the battle. And right now, what I'm just doing with this, with this HBMEDIA, so I'm just employing for two things. So I have no budget. I believe in this, but it is gonna bring a lot of value, because starting from zero is not everybody's doing. Now, people are complaining, oh my gosh, I don't have time, I don't have money. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people, they have no money, they have no budget, so you can do it. You can start your own business. So if you're going to start a business, you don't need money. Okay. By the way, let me give this 2 cents about it. So if you're starting a business, you don't need money, you don't need investment. So you need a courage. You need a courage to go people and ask for the money. You knock out the door, and once they open it, okay, I'm Bobur, I'm starting this, so that is the value that I'm just bringing for the full community, and that's the budget that you're paying. So by that, I'm given a 10% or 50% equity. Okay, so that's the thing, that once you have a courage, you can do anything. So don't forget 2 things. Find your weaknesses and your strengths, and fill your weaknesses with the people that is irreplaceable. And the second, having a right mindset, know your field, what you're doing. So once you take a step forward, you're not taking a step backward. Okay, so take care.